If you have ever wondered how much the £99 Voucher Mystery Holiday actually costs, then keep watching because I'm going to tell you all about it. I've now been on 4 voucher mystery holidays and I'm going to break it all down. A holiday for £99 including flights and accommodation. Sounds great, right? Almost too good to be true. Let's break down how it works and what the true cost of it is. Oh, and by the way, I've been on 4 voucher mystery holidays. And spoiler alert, none of them were £99. So let's start with what the deal actually is. Voucher run a deal where you pay £99 per person. And the whole premise is it's a mystery holiday, so you don't know where you're going. You can either buy the winter spring offer, which will cover September to May, excluding April, or June and July, which is £129. And that also doesn't include the £3.99 admin fee. According to the website, you could be sent to places like long haul adventures, Maldives, Thailand, Mexico, Florida, Dubai, and more. Exciting city breaks, wander through Europe's most captivating cities from Paris and Prague to Athens and Amsterdam, or sun-kissed beach escapes, relax in Ibiza, Crete, Algarve, Maldives, Malta, and beyond. Apparently with all-inclusive options available. Now, of course, those big name destinations are definitely limited. Most people will get a standard European city break, which is still great, but it's just good to understand what you're going into and to not expect a long haul destination, because the likelihood is you're not going to get one of them. The first time we booked one, we just wanted to see what the hype was all about. Now, let's move on to the actual booking process. So after you've paid your £99, you get sent through a voucher from WOWCHER. Say that 10 times. You then need to redeem this using a website link that they'll send you. And in my experience, this part of the process can be quite admin heavy because you're going back and forth, sometimes having to scan QR codes and going between websites. You will then fill in the form with the dates you can do, the departure airports you'd like to fly from, and also some backup options. I think you select 3 dates and 3 airports from memory. And once you've put all your details in, it will then reveal where you're going. On our most recent trip, we got Milan in Italy. In my personal experience, where you get isn't necessarily where you're going to go. I feel like the destination that they reveal is kind of random, and then when you go to actually book it, go through the dates, go through the accommodation options, etc., you usually will go somewhere else. I've spent hours on the phone to agents trying to find somewhere to go because I travel quite a lot and I like to go to new places, so it's kind of hard to find destinations. On our first voucher mystery holiday, we were given Portugal in January, but it wasn't a weekend that we could do, so we ended up doing Malta in November. Our second one, I actually can't remember where we were given, but we ended up doing Morocco in February. And the third one we were given was Warsaw in May, but we ended up going to Milan in May. Now, this is the part that no one talks about, the extras. If you wanted to go out a weekend at a peak time of year, such as May, stay an extra night, secure better flight times, or upgrade your hotel, you're going to need to pay more than £99. In my experience, it's super easy to change your destination, the dates, the departure airport, the type of hotel. Here's what we paid on each of our trips, and this is just to book the hotel and flights. And this is on top of the initial voucher price. Malta in November cost us £79 each for British Airways flights from Gatwick with 3 nights at a 4-star hotel with half board. Agadir in February cost us £69 each for Wizz Air flights from Gatwick with 3 nights at a 4-star hotel with breakfast included. Milan in May cost us £69 each for EasyJet flights from Gatwick with 2 nights at a 3-star apart hotel, and that was room only. And then our most recent trip to Bratislava in May, we paid £109 per person for Wizz Air flights from Luton with 3 nights at a 4-star hotel, room only. Okay, so let's talk about our most recent trip to Bratislava. Our flight being at 5:55 a.m. and the fact that we're a 2.5-hour drive away from Luton Airport meant that we booked an airport hotel to stay up the night before. We booked a Holiday Inn and it was lovely. Luton Airport at 3 a.m. is so busy and most of the restaurants and shops don't open until 4 a.m. So we had to wait around for ages just for things to open, and everyone sort of sits in the same area, so there aren't even that many seats. I was also starving at this point. Our Wizz Air flight was on time, which is always a plus, and despite being put into middle row seats, we were able to move a few rows back after takeoff, and we were at Bratislava itself is beautiful. It was honestly just the perfect city break. There are so many beautiful restaurants and buildings and cafes and bars. It's just a really nice city to just hang out in, and it's not too busy, which is great. We stayed at the Maison residence Bratislava, which is just a short walk down the hill to the old town. And the old town is kind of like the main area we wanted to stay in. We got around on Bolt and Dot scooters, and there are other scooter options as well. And all of them, you can usually buy a package for the amount of minutes for a certain amount of days or hours, which is what we did. Restaurants and bars, I'd say, aren't the cheapest. They're probably a little less expensive than the UK, but when I go abroad, I like places to be cheaper. So I kind of wanted them to be a little bit cheaper. And Bratislava is so close to Vienna, so we got the train there one day, and you can get a coach, which is literally like £5 each way if you're wanting to stick to a stricter budget. But it's nice being able to travel to another country as well. I hadn't ticked Austria off my list previously, so it was great to be able to do that. 2 countries in one go. Okay, so here is what we actually spent on our voucher £99 mystery holiday. Starting off with the initial cost, I managed to get a discount on our vouchers. So these were £89 each plus a £7.99 administration fee. For the hotel and flights, we paid £109 extra per person. So this brought the total booking of the trip for the hotel and accommodation to £202. We then booked an airport hotel at Luton, which was £69.66, so £34.83 per person. Food for the whole trip, including all our meals, buying bottled water, airport food and plane snacks, I spent a total of £148. We didn't actually do any paid activities like paying to go in museums, so our only other cost was transport, which came to £99. And that included our train tickets to Austria, e-scooters, fuel to the airport, and various different Ubers and Bolts, and our airport parking. So that brings us to a grand total cost of £483.83 per person. Not quite £99. And again, this was for a 3-night trip to Slovakia, not Bali, Maldives or New York. So, was it worth it? If I'm being completely honest, yes and no. I think it's a really nice gift to give to someone because it has the element of surprise, and we've had fun on all of the trips we've been to. We've visited somewhere new and we've been able to make the most of each trip, but the marketing is super misleading. The £99 in reality doesn't cover the cost of a holiday, and I feel like city breaks are getting more and more expensive, so the extras that you pay for are also getting more expensive. At the end of the day, it's a marketing hook. It's getting you through the door, and then once you're in, you're going to be spending a lot more. If you're looking for a fun little thing to do, you're already going to be booking a trip and spending that money, doing a voucher mystery holiday is a great way to do that. Let me know in the comments, would you book a voucher mystery holiday? Or have you already been on one? And if so, where did you get and how much did you end up paying? I hope this was helpful if you're looking at booking a voucher mystery holiday for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.